Okay, since I'm a magazine dealer, I decided to make a video about magazine advertisements and the highest they sold for on eBay in the last 6 months. Of course, it blew my mind to find out that this one sold for $660. Scroll down. Yeah, $660 for a 1970 Rolex watch ad. And of course, the person doesn't tell you what magazine it came out of. I would assume it's not a Life magazine, because that would be multiple millions of these ads would be existing then. Apparently they don't want people to know what magazine produced this one. And the second most valuable ad sold for $650, and it's the same ad. Maybe they'll tell what magazine it came out of. No, it's the same person who put out this. Apparently this person had 2 copies of this magazine. So they won't say. I don't know what's going on here. They say 47 magazine print ads as a lot for $360. Gotta see what that is. Okay, they look like modern advertisements out of Vogue magazine or something like that. Of course, you could get 47 ads out of just one Vogue magazine from the 1990s and sell it for $360. Something doesn't seem quite right about that. More like $5 to $10. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. These definitely are from Vogue magazine from the 1996 era. I can't believe how gullible some people must be. Oh my God, what are they saying? It says here, if you purchase this item, you will receive an ad. One ad for $360 from a 1997 Vogue magazine. Okay, somebody with more dollars than cents obviously is bidding on this. This does not make any sense to me. Okay, let's read this. If you purchase this item, you will receive an ad. They're saying that you will receive one ad out of the lot, but sometimes they talk about it as being a whole lot that you're going to get. So I don't understand this. But it says in the biggest, boldest writing, you will receive one ad. I mean, that's how I interpret an ad. So one ad from the 1990s for $360. Yeah, I don't think so. This makes me think it's the scam that they use on those Black Diamond videotapes. A money laundering scheme? Okay, because look at this. It says from Israel. And the next one says from Turkey. Let's see what the next one says. Okay, from Turkey again. And from Israel again. Another one from Israel. Somebody's selling a whole bunch of groups of these at ridiculously high prices. Yeah, it's gotta be something. There's something totally wrong with this. Help me to figure it out. Does anybody else understand what's going on here? Okay, there's just hundreds of them. Hundreds and hundreds of them. These people from Israel and Turkey must be making many thousands of dollars off of this situation. Just taking ordinary magazines that were given away for free at the library and selling them for hundreds of dollars. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, we have another Rolex ad, finally. Finally, a normal ad for a normal price. Well, if you can call $100 a normal price. Okay, let's see if they tell me what magazine it came out of. There's multiple images here. So they're selling a whole bunch of Rolex ads? Well, that's obviously a modern one. Yeah, it's obviously from the 90s. So how many is this? 7 magazine ads for $98. Wow, that sounds reasonable. Okay, we're getting our first car ad for $100. It is the Corvette 1963. Well, that is a very rare car, so I imagine somebody that owns one of those, it's probably a $100,000 car, so they wouldn't mind paying $100 for an ad of their car. So yeah, I got no problem with that. Okay, we have another 63 Corvette ad. Palm Beach Life magazine? I've never heard of that. But it is a beautiful ad and a beautiful car, so I have no problem with someone paying $100 for that either. Alright, we have a nice vintage, well, not vintage, downright antique Coke ad. It's got to be 110 years old. Yeah, I can imagine that selling for $95. 1922 Saturday Evening Post. Well, I have about 500 Saturday Evening Post magazines, but I don't have any that old. Okay, I'm confused by these next two. A lot of 8 old Gibson magazine print ads. For customers tell only? What does that even mean? And what is a Gibson magazine? I don't know what this looks like. I gotta find out what this is. Okay, what year does that look like? It sort of looks vintage, but it sort of looks modern at the same time. Obviously, that is modern as heck. Another mystery. We have a vintage, well, an antique perfume ad. I dislike having to wonder how much it sold for, because they were asking $100 for it, but they accepted the best offer. That could have been 65 or 70 or 75 or 80. Who knows? But okay, this is probably the way to sell them. Huge lot of 165 vintage magazines, probably at a Life magazine, for $85. You just take whatever that comes, or are they going to actually show that many ads? Yeah, they are going to show them. showing a lot of them anyway. Those are some very good ads. Those are actually selling for a very reasonable price. 165 ads for $85, and they accepted less than that. So that's basically 50 cents a piece. So that is a tremendous deal. Okay, I'm confused. We have the same exact image in these. This one's successfully sold for $85, but this one they had to accept less. But how can they sell the same exact lot twice? Or is this some kind of scam? Were those just random pictures they were showing? Those must have been pictures of the best ads they ever had. But those aren't really the ads you're receiving, because how else can you explain them selling the same lot twice? What is this stuff about private sales? That's a huge scam. I mean, all of these overpriced things say private sale. You get 8 ads plus 1 free. Well, yeah, that's a weird way of saying that there's 9 ads. And they're obviously not that old. 2020. What the heck? Okay, now we're getting on to something I can understand. Another antique Coke ad. Yeah, it's a beautiful one. 1909. Wow, that is super old. Showing close-ups of various parts of the ad. Well, that's not very good because that image of that drinking glass is not very sharp. Can't even read the Coca-Cola on the glass. Is that the back of the page? In case you prefer that ad over the other one. Okay, we got another weird one. A group of 59 ads that say got milk. Somebody who put together this advertising campaign must have saved one of everything because they were proud of themselves. How else would somebody get 59 of these? Another one from Taiwan, an $80 advertisement for vodka. And of course it's a modern one. Go figure. What? 160 advertisements for telephones? Hmm. 260 Coke ads? What? I would have bought that. 260 Coca-Cola ads for $70. That's like 40 cents each. How could somebody agree to sell these for 40 cents each? These are the kind of ads I expect to go for $4 to $10 each. Well, I disagree with this one because it went too cheap. Okay, you could have 260 Coke ads for the price of this one. Yeah, I know being older makes it a lot better, but still. 1909 and baseball. Okay, yeah, I can imagine that would be selling for that price. Another Coke ad. That's an interesting one. Omega watch apparently is the second most famous watch brand. Obviously, those are modern ads. $48 and $49. Well, this is educating me in what ads to pay attention to. Okay, gotta check this one out. A Texaco ad. Oh wait, it's six of them for $54. Well, that's only $9 each. Okay, well, that sounds reasonable. Okay, let's see this one. Anna Nicole Smith. Okay, what exactly is this? 20 pages of Anna Nicole Smith for $52. Well, that sounds like a reasonable price. We got a lot of footwear magazine print ads coming up. I don't know what the deal is with that. A whole bunch of footwear ads. More and more. Okay, another Anna Nicole Smith 20-page. Okay, what exactly is this? It looks like a 20-page article about her that was torn out of a magazine. Okay, it is 10 pages stuck together. 20 pages about her. Well, if you can find that one magazine, then you can get $50 for it. Okay, another Coke ad. Looks like the same one that was already on there. Another baseball. Well, it looks like a little bit of a different image, but it's very similar. $50. Another Rolex ad. $35.97. More footwear ads. They've all successfully sold. Okay, this one, 1913 Ford ad. That sounds like something that makes sense to me. Model T ad. I've always wondered, I've looked at a bunch of old magazines from the teens and I didn't see any Ford advertisements whatsoever. I think they didn't need to advertise apparently. But this is one of the rare times that they did. Okay, a magazine cover of somebody that I've never even heard of. Ricky Lee Jones. I'm a pretty big music fan, but I can't say as I've ever heard of this person. And yet she sold for $40. Okay, this one looks interesting. Bunch of really vintage candy advertisements. I like those. So I agree with that price. Another Rolex for $49. Another Rolex for $48. Okay, we got 22 National Geographic back covers for less than $40. Now this is something that I would do. I would remove the back covers of these because those magazines are so common. National Geographic is one of the least collectible magazines because nobody ever threw them away because they're small format and they're kind of like a book. They stand up straight on the shelf, but they have very few advertisements. Only the back cover advertisements are any good. Well, except for an occasional Mercedes-Benz ad from the 50s. So these ads sold for about $1.50 a piece. That's certainly a good deal. Okay, another super ancient one. 1907. Wow. Okay. That is a beautiful ad. And it actually sold for less than $40? I probably would have bought that. A Willys Jeep ad for $40. It's a color one. It's a very early one. So yeah, I agree with that one. Okay, we now have another supermodel. 8 pages of Claudia Schiffer. Well, those kind of pages don't really appeal to me at all. So I disagree with that one. Cover only of Skin Diver magazine for $40. Sounds a little bit expensive to me. A lingerie advertisement. A magazine of lingerie. Okay, this one's from Bulgaria. Another exotic country with a high price item. Okay, we got 3 Rolex watch ads for $44. Interesting. Advertisement for the Kinks for $35. Must be one of the Kinks that are actually buying this. they're still alive, that is. Because they were around in 1964 making music already, so they must be about 85 years old by now. More footwear. Okay. A Rexall advertisement. Well, I guess if you own a Rexall drugstore, you might want to pay $41.50 for that. Okay, this is interesting. John Deere tractors. Okay, 26 ads of John Deere. Well, that is only $1.25 a piece, so that's a good deal. Okay, now we got a group of 9 Hudson car ads for $25. Can't see anything wrong with that. Women's beachwear from 2001. Well, I don't know why it would be worth $30, but I guess. Maybe half that much, but whatever. Okay, Edison. Is that a light bulb ad? Yeah, it's a light bulb ad from over 100 years ago. Well, no, 1927. Interesting. $35. Well, I suppose that's not crazy. Okay, here's one that's Marlboro cigarette ads. Okay. 25 of them for $32.50. Certainly sounds reasonable. Die-cast model cars. Okay. Standard plumbing fixtures? What's up with that? $35. Okay, Dodge cars for $30. 100 of them for $30? That's 30 cents each. Wow, I would expect for something like that to sell for $10. The 67 Dodge Dart. That is a classic car. Of course, that was the best ad in there. Well, I gotta say, that sounds like a great deal. Okay, what's this? 3 Chanel Boutiques magazine. Another one from Israel. That's way overpriced. Okay, we got a 100-year-old ad of makeup. $30. Well, I guess it's not crazy. Another almost 100-year-old perfume ad for $30. Well, I guess it's not crazy either. Okay, Lucky Strike 4 magazine ads for $32. Well, if they're double-page Life magazine ads, that makes sense. Women's Candy 24 magazine ads. Well, that's only about $1.30 each. So that sounds, well, until I saw those black and white ones, that sounded like a good deal. Still, sounds like a reasonable price. Kardashians magazine TV show print ad. Okay, yeah. I guess there's some extreme fans of that show, but I have never seen it. Louis Vuitton with Madonna. $18. Well, I know there used to be some extreme Madonna fans that would pay a lot of money. I actually sold something for a lot of money. There was a Madonna magazine cover. Okay. Fashion magazines. Okay, let's see this one. Claudia Schiffer for Versace jeans. That doesn't even look like her because I'm not used to her hair looking like that. Okay, another supermodel. Cindy Crawford for 17. Well, I guess if you are in love with her, then that would be a fair price. More footwear. Okay, I'm very surprised at how few Life magazine ads are showing up in here. Except for large lots of them. Here's another one. 50 advertisements of classic cars for $25. That's 50 cents each. That is disturbingly cheap. These are the kind of ads that I would think would sell for $4 to $14 each. Especially the Mustang ad. Even though it's a pretty stupid looking ad. The ad scene has apparently changed. Because this was what I would think of as the most popular subject matter available, but at only 50 cents a piece, that's not saying much. More footwear. I just don't believe how much there is of that. So many brand new ads. Well, that's about it. Now we're getting down to the $15 ads. So that's enough of this. So until next week.